Sure, everything works. Okay. Then let's check the sounds. Okay, everything should be working. Nice. Okay. Just camera. Not really. Just a little. Like that. No. Oh, that seems to be the best I can. All right. So, what are we doing? We are gonna check this out. So, I made the Noise Cricket Mark II. Oh, there's some weird shit going on with sounds. Okay. Sounded like I'm hearing myself twice. Am I? Audio settings. No, it's good. All right. So, Noisy Cricket. Made this one. I had a few errors here. It looks like I have some sort of loop. What the hell is going on with sounds? Okay, that's weird. What's going on? Why is it coming back twice? That's so weird. Okay, what the hell is going on? I'm losing my mind. This didn't happen the last time. I haven't changed any settings. Oh, all right. I think it was just my. All right, there. I think I fixed it. Okay. Oh, damn it. Always something. Now I'm gonna get to the thing. So, noisy cricket. I made this one. I had a few errors here. So, I went back and I had to revisit the build, but eventually I did get this to work. So, I'm just gonna try it out later. But I think right now I want to continue with the build of the Nobels ODR 1. So I got to this point with it. Hold up. There we go. So yeah, looking pretty good. Got the links done. The cuts are done, soldered a little bit already in here. So I'm just gonna continue with this and start getting the components in here. Hopefully I haven't made any errors so far. I hope. It's a bigger build, so it remains to be seen. And what I'm going to start off, of course, is, well, I'm going to use the sockets for the two transistors and for the integrated circuits. And I'm running out of these, so hopefully I can get some more sponsored parts so I can keep doing these builds. And with that said, I'd like to thank again Data Electronics to make this possible. So that's where I've been shopping for my parts for years, and it's the place I recommend, especially if you're just starting out and you gotta stock up on components. Yeah, it's a really good place to get everything you need. And even though you might have to pay for customs and all, it's still most likely the best deal you can get. Do I have an error here? I do. That whole strip is in the wrong place. So what I'm gonna start with is I'm gonna fix that. Yep. And when I need to do that, I have this little tool. I put it under there. And then when I go on the other side and heat it up, I have enough leverage. And then the other point there. It would be nice if I can just use this, but I think I'm gonna get a fresh one. That will make it a bit more easier. Alright. Well, good thing I found that at this stage of the build. But yeah, it wasn't hard to spot. I couldn't have really got the chip on there, sit on there if I had that where it was. So where we actually want to be is here. There we go. Get it tidy. Yep. Okay, let's keep. Okay. Nobels, the praised overdrive pedal. Every professional claims to be using. Yeah, like I said, that's why it's kind of a fun build, because I haven't played one, and again, I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna be that spectacular, so that's why I always say don't believe the hype. Usually it's just what it is. Alright, so that one goes there, and now it looks to be correct. Alright. Little pull tack, keeping it in place. Then we got the other one. And that's going right there, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yep. That is it. It is in correct spot. And then I'm gonna hook up the sockets for the transistors. One is going, it looks like over there. Yep. Oh. Blue tag. Yep. Alright, and the other ones in here. Am I correct? I am, yeah. Alright, so there it goes. And then we get to the soldering again. Alright, whip. Here we go. And yeah, the cheap soldering station from Lidl has been actually just amazing. The tips were actually rubbish, but I got myself a few new ones. They. Oh no, I see. No, actually no. What was I thinking? Nothing wrong here. I'm freaking myself out. I thought I spotted another error, but no. That is not the case. Oh. Now I'm focused. I'm quiet. All right. There we go. Now we can get rid of the blue tag. It gets a little hot, so it gets a bit more sticky. When I get it off there, all of it. All right. So we got our sockets in place, and what I do then, well, usually I just put on the diodes. So what we have, we got these. That's for the polarity. No, it's protection. Gotta protect your pedals in case you do the mistake of putting on the wrong power supply. So you might be able to repair it because of that diode that you can usually find in pedals. And then we got these. And yeah, it would be nice to stock up on stuff because I am running out. Alright, so this one goes here, it looks like. Correct. It looks like it, yeah. Oh, I'll press that on there. Okay. The other one. And that goes there. And then we got a few down. No, upwards. These are not gonna be flush with the board. They're sticking out. Like that. There we go. Those should be in the right spots. So let's solder them on. And then I gotta go to the other desk and check something. got them all. A little bit more. All right. Okay, that'll do. All right, so then let's clean up. I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh, this happens so often. One leg, I do again. Yeah, I was saying I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish this build on this stream, so if not, I will continue at another time. There we go. All right, those are looking good. So then I'm gonna get to the small ceramic caps, and I hopefully have the right ones here. We'll see about that. Those are the yellow ones on build. Yeah. We got 560, 120. We got 100 there, so I might substitute. I might have to. I don't want to. But let's try and get the right ones. God damn it. I need to get out the other box. Oh yeah, there we go. 120. And then we have had 560. Pretty sure I used that before. It's like 500. 150. 560. There we go. All right. Yeah, caps. They come in various shapes and sizes. And these are the smallest ones, I think, pretty much. A true hole. I mean, I think here's 560. Now my table's looking pretty clean, right? At least I think so. And that's one of the tips I like to give all the time. Like, keep your desk clean even when you're building. Makes stuff so much easier to find. Okay. And yeah, I checked, so this wouldn't fit in your, like, the small enclosure you have. This needs to go in one like this, pretty much. A little bit bigger one. Looking at it though, I'm like, maybe it could fit in a smaller one. All right, and then we got this on top before over there. I'm not mistaken. We should have a cut above it. Yes. So that's in the correct spot. Nice. All right. There we go. And then those small ones. And the thing again is like, do I need another overdrive pedal? No, I don't. But it's fun to build, so nice little hobby. There we go. There we go. Alright, looking good so far, I hope, at least. Yeah, I gotta check something on the other table. I'll do that quickly. Okay, we're good. And then put that away. That we're done with these. So, next up, resistors. I'm gonna try and keep the desk clean here. So, I need to go and get something to do. Drink. Nobels ODR. With the bass control mod. I don't know why the pedal is so popular, but we'll find out. No. And then I can say if it is, in my opinion. That's amazing. Then hopefully at some point I can make a tone capture out of that one. It takes quite a while though to make the good captures of the pedals and amps to tonex. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get my chair. Go. And I put the container of resistors on that one. So, and again, I'm just gonna start with everything that begins with a 1. So we're gonna start looking it up. What do we have here? I think the smallest one I see is 1, 2. Okay. Did I, or am I mistaken? 1.5, yeah. 1.2, yeah, over there. So let's see if I have that. Is there 1.2? I'm a bit confused. No, I don't have a 1.2. I have 1K, so, but I can check if I have 200 ohms. Do. So let's do the usual little trick. So if you don't have the exact value, you can put 2 resistors in series like that. And then you get the value you need. So I'm gonna do that in here. Unfortunately, it's not pretty, but it works. There we go. So I'm just gonna solder that right now over there. A little trick you might need sometimes. There we go. There we go. Okay, that should do it for that. I do want to get as close into the layout as I can, so that's why we're doing that. All right, we got our 1.2. So then we have 1.5. And do we have just one of those? Yeah, it seems just one. 1.5. We have those. Yes, I do. 1.5. And that one goes right over there, seems. And there should be a cut. Oh. Below it. There is good. And then 4 rows under it. Yes. All right. There. Then we have got 10Ks. Oh, we got another 1.2. Damn. So up there. Up there. Yeah, over here. Like it. Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. And then we get to we had that 1.5, those, and we're gonna move to 10. Yep, let's put 10s in there. On how many? 1, 2, 3. I see 3. Right. 3 it is. One of them is going all from all the way here. There. Oh, actually, up there. Yeah. And we got one going from there. 2, 3, over there. That one over there. All right. Then let's not make this too crowded. Easier to solder. So do a little bit of that here. There we go. Oh yeah, and I got my handy do-it-yourself soldering holds the tools here. Really simple thing to make, but really handy. I do. So I just made a pickup winder for myself. That's something I'm going to be covering on my YouTube channel. So I do use plywood often in my builds or all sorts of stuff. So then I do have extra every now and then it's nice to make cool little projects like that, little gadgets out of trash, basically. All right, so we got the 1.2 10K. So now we're moving up to 12, and we got one. So put that in place. And yeah, if someone's watching, you have any questions or anything, just shoot, ask away. I'll try and answer. I'm pretty sure this isn't the most exciting thing to watch in the end. So. No, this must be up to par with the Alex Honnold climbing that Taipei 101, was it? I mean, so many things could go wrong here. I could be badly burned by my soldering iron. There's no room for error. I mean, if that was the single most, as some people say, feat of any human has ever done, this has to be like the second, getting this Nobels ODR done. I'm kidding, of course. Oh, 1.8. Okay. 1.8. Yeah, we do have that too. So that goes there. All right. Then where we were 12K. Oh, we do have another one. Yes. Oh. That is up here. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this build actually. I think if I can, I'll slowly start to cover some of these highly praised pedals and see what they're all about. Okay, so that was 12. And then we have 50. So I see 2 of those. Correct me if I'm mistaken. So the layout I'm doing is from Dirtbox. I think it's in this video description as well. And again, I'm gonna say just thank to my sponsor, so making this happen. Possible. But yeah, that's I've done many layouts from that side. There's constantly new ones. So if you want to get adventurous, you can go there and check the ones that pop up, and then try your hands on something that's not verified. So or then there's some that might not have been verified because they've had some sort of issues. Oh, gotta reheat the iron. So then if you want to go and try your hands or something like that and see if you can spot where the mistake might be, that's of course very helpful. I have done that a few times, but usually in these ones I just want to build the verified stuff, so in the end we actually hear how it sounds like. And if you want to build one of your own, basically, if it is worth it. And I've been saying that I should probably do a stream about some of my favorite pedals. And they're pretty much the category of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you know, if it works, like why make it complicated? But then again, with the reverb delay section, I haven't had the opportunity to try out that much of those, but I've built a lot of overdrives, distortions, muffs, faucets, all that stuff. So, and I have my favorites, so it could be fun to hear those out. Right, and then 150. 1.8, we put that there, yes we did. So yeah, 150, alright. And how many of those do I see? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3. Alright. So, do I have them? Do. Yes. Those 3. Okay. Then right over there. This right over there like that. Okay. then other one was sideways. Sideways like that. And one goes with long legs over here. Oh, no, actually over there. Yeah. Not all the way there. Then I think I'm gonna put that 1 mega in place too. Hopefully I missed enough ones, but go back those mega. And that goes over there, it seems. Alright. Good. So previous. I'm sure I missed one, but I can't see it now, so I'm gonna say that's done. Alright. There we go. Usually I just miss one leg. I'm like, damn it. Oh yeah, and these kind of cutters that are completely flush. Yeah, really good. I couldn't do this without. So that's one recommendation about the tools. Get ones like these. Makes this getting this clean much easier. On this side. Alright. And then we're gonna get to everything that starts with a 2. So first of all, 2.7, 2.2, or yeah, 2.2. I see. Let's go do that. One of those, at least, if I didn't miss, goes there. Okay. 2.7 next. Yeah, today I was searching. Just gonna ramble on about other stuff. So I made the pickup winder. Gonna do some custom pickups for a guitar I'll hopefully be building. And I'm gonna do single coils, at least first. So I was looking, I'm gonna make the flat work myself. But I was also trying to see like where should you be ordering them from if you're living in Europe. So if anyone has any recommendations of good places, I did find a few myself, but do tell. 0.7. Then we have 22. 20, actually 20k first. Then yeah, and it's the custom pickups. It's doing it, and even building the machine is not as hard as one might think. And widening the pickups really isn't. When I did the first iteration of my machine, I I had a friend who wanted to wind his own bass pickups, and he had never done it before. I just showed him how to use the machine, and then just a, just a little one, and he had a pair of nice single coil pickups for his bass, and he did a really good job with them. So, and I think you can probably buy machines nowadays from AliExpress or something quite cheaply. But of course I made my own one. Yeah, if that's something you're interested in, do take a look at my channel at some point. I'm in the middle of making the videos about, well, about the machine and then all the other stuff that's required to get some made. But yeah, I do a lot of, I just like to, I have hobbies. It's good to have hobbies if you have the time. And we are usually quite fortunate in that way that we do if we make it. It's also about that, of course. Sometimes it's choices. But yeah, I haven't been bored. Like I can't remember. I always say that like I can't really. Uh, yeah, if someone says I'm bored, I can't really relate to that. I mean, was that all the everything that started with 2? Was that it? I think so. So let's get to the ones that start with 3. I think so. 3.3k. Like we got 2 of those, if I'm not mistaken. Dun, 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 dun. 3.31 goes here. And yeah, I had some errors on the noisy cricket, so let's see how this goes. I mean, can't remember the last time I had so many things that I have done wrong, so almost a bit embarrassing. Nah, it just happens. And sometimes if you're building, you're tired and so on, it's easier to make mistakes. So then it's just good to go through them. Don't get too upset about it and and then just carefully figure out what's wrong. And usually it's just, you know, maybe you have a component in the wrong place, a wire going into the wrong place, and then hopefully you haven't messed up with any of your cuts. That's annoying if you've done that. I've had the sockets in wrong places, and you know, I've done all the mistakes you pretty much can with the bills. Then the common ones are like, why am I not hearing anything? Well, you might have the transistor, you didn't put them on, and then the usual ones like, well, have you turned on the pedal? Did you hook up the battery to? Ah, you plugged in. So, and those are the moments you feel a little bit dumb, but trust me, when you build pedals, you will make that mistake. So everyone's done it. If someone claims that, no, I've never, I don't believe you. Don't believe you. Don't. Refuse to believe you. You are bullshit. But yeah. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry though. I might need a little snack. I should have had something before I started. That would have been. Gotta remember next time. Alright. Alright. And then that was all the three. No. No, it was. I think. So 43K. 4.7, 43. Alright. Let's do 4.7. Right. Goes, I think, here. Yep. And then we got 43. No, we don't have. We got 47. We don't have a 43K. I can't remember if the stock goes on here. Can I get something really close to that? Is it 22? 20. Yeah, I'll do that. So again, one of this trick again. I mean, there should be a cut. Yes, good. Okay, and 14, 4.7. Okay, and let's put solder these on, and then we get to the 5.1. There we go. Looking good. Oh, my stomach is making sounds, killing me. 5.1. We got 2 of those, I see. Okay. One goes here. No. Over there. That. And then the other one was there. Here. Right. And what do we have left? I think that's pretty much all of it. At 820. All. Is that all? Yeah, I think we're done after that with the resistors. So 820 over there. Nice. And yeah, usually builds like this, depending on how fast I want to be, what my mood is, take around an hour, a little more, a little less, depending on the size of the board. But this size board, you can still get it done in an hour. And then it's funny to think about what the parts cost and so on. How much do the it would be nice if someone would like, I'm not gonna check up, but I'm interested in like how much does the Nobels ODR actually cost? How much are the pedals? I don't think it's that expensive. Like, must be under 200 or something. I'd assume. I have no idea. So. I usually shop at Tomen. I'd have to check what they have there. All right, let's just do a count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there, then 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 3 over here. 1 sideways over there. 7 over here. 1. Yes, then 1 here. 2 over there, and 4 up there. All of the resistors are in place. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put this away. We don't need that. I'm going to take the box of capacitors, take just a little tiny little break, and take out the trash. See if I have any sort of a snack I can put down quickly, and yeah, I'll be right back. Continue build. Trash. All right, back. And yeah, I do have my. So I'm gonna run this and the Ruby. Actually, I was thinking about putting it into the front of a actual speaker. But you know, I tested that out. It wasn't really working. So it's gonna go into amplitube. I have that already opened up. So that's how we're gonna hear them through that. And I can actually load up a speaker impulse response of the actual speaker I have in my isolation box. So then it's pretty much like playing through the real thing. And I can also load up a capture of my actual amp too. So it's just like running this in front of that. It really sounds the same, especially here. Okay, so then we're gonna start with the smallest ones, and the smallest one is 1 NF. We got one of those, I think. So here we go. Greenies. I use those, especially on the wearable builds. They are so cheap. Even I can afford them. And that one goes there, like that. There should be a cut. Yeah, there we go. It is. It's nice to see we're at the right place. And then we have 22, 4.7, 2.7 is next. Alright, do I have that? There is no, or is there? Yeah, that's like again one of those seems weird numbers I don't have. So we got 2.2. Do we have any 2.2s over there? No. Apparently no. So just gonna put a 3.3 over there. Over there. Yep. Coming. 4.7. Ow. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man. Put my hand in the back. Just. It got under my finger and I stabbed myself with the capacitor. Oh. Gonna do something about that real quick. Ow! My middle finger. All right. Ow, that hurt. Hello. First time that happened, I think. All right, 4.7. Then we have 8.2. Two of those. Yeah. All right. So let's continue. We got two of those. Goes from here, there. Yeah. Those are where the 8.2s. Then we have, I think, 22 is the next one, right? So, and two of those. And one of them is over there. And the other one's over here. No. That. Like that. Okay. Gonna just soldier a little here, and then we'll do the rest. Get these out of the way. Oh, need to heat up the iron again. It automatically turns off, which is really nice. I remember coming home in a few occasions, and I've noticed that I had my, you know, soldering iron on. So this turns off. That would be nice. Right, there we go. There we go. Looks good. I hope. Now I'm gonna push those back in a little bit. Let's see. And this one too. That's better. Do. Nobels ODR. Oh yeah, and another thing is like it would be cool to hear what pedals people like themselves, you know, and if you got any like recommendations. If I haven't already done it, I could. And then maybe compare it to something else that I know should sound like the same or be quite like it. If I have something else like it, that could be fun. Alright, then we get to 68, I think. 68, no. Yeah, we got one of those. Please. Yeah, 60 goes here. No, actually. We're there like that. Yeah. And then 82. Got a few of those. 81, 2, 3 of those. Yes. One of those there. And the other one goes under that. So far looking good under. Well, I think. Okay, 82's over there. Oh, one more. On top. On top there. Or there, I think. Yeah. Alright. And then 100. Just one of those. Yep. Uh, 470. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna go with the chunky red one. Chunky red one. Yeah, like this. Didn't go there, just there. Like that. Alright. Okay. And after this, I think all our non-polarized caps should be in place. We'll take a little count. And then all we really need to get in here are the electrolytic ones. And then we should have all our components in place. Oh, yeah, there we go. I see something's missing. Here. Yes. All right. Back to it. Yeah, so after that, all we need to do is hook up the transistors, chips, as I say, and then get the pots and test leads connected. And like I said, then amplitude's waiting. My guitar might be out of tune. Tune that. And then we're gonna hear how it sounds like. Oh yeah, see this. Here we go. Time is alright. Yeah, I might get this up to the testing point on this stream, I think. So you'll be able to hear this. And then we got that noisy cricket that I did. Waiting also. Alright, that's it for those, I think. How many should we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See? Oh. Good. Yes. Okay. Everyone of them seems to be there. So then that's related ones. One you at first. It goes over there, it seems. Yes. Then we have two. Oh, one more one. Up there. So goes from there. There. Oh yeah, soon. This will be, well, not soon. It'll take a moment still, but pretty soon this will be done. Oh, 2.2, come on. Where are you? There we go. Oh God, how many of those? 2, 1, and 2 here. Let's see, so 1 there. Another 1. Over here. Then yo, dude. I'm building a pedal, as you can see. Hey, can you do me a favor? And check out how much a Nobels ODR actually costs. That's what I'm building here. I was thinking about it. I didn't want to check myself though, because I'm in the zone here. You can see it on Tom or whatever. Nobels ODR. I don't know how good you can see the layout from there on the left, but I was thinking like it's probably under 200 should be. I mean, that's kind of like my. I would assume it's somewhere. Yeah. I was gonna say like 150 or something. Is it 99 on Tommen? Yeah. So it's a huge deal. So yeah, that's not a bad price. All right, and 100 UF over there, and we're done with the components on the board pretty much. I mean, it's still kind of always fun to like see how much it costs the actual pedal, and then think about like what this will cost. I'm gonna put a big one over there. Hello, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, if you got any questions or anything, just ask, hit me. I'll try and answer. But this is what I usually do here. As Luria knows, I'm just building a pedal most of the time. That's what I've been streaming mostly. So yeah, I mean, components. Thinking about how much the components cost for this, I mean, all the stuff on this board is probably just a few euros, and then you got the stuff that you need to put this in an enclosure, then including the enclosure itself, and what would I say? Let me think for a moment. And quality parts too. You're gonna have quality parts. So this is under 20. So the whole thing basically, all the stuff you need to make one of these and put it in a nice box. Yeah. So like, and then let's calculate to the. I can put the postage on that as well. And I'll say that you can probably get one done under 30 or something. So yeah, then and the tools, of course. So with one Nobels pedal, I think the cost of one Nobels pedal, you can get all the tools you need to build pedals and all the components, and much more stock up on to make the Nobels ODR for yourself as a DIY pedal. So yeah, that's. There we go. I really could have not afforded all the pedals I've made if I wasn't making them like this myself. All right, so I think. Oh, 2.2 over there. I missed something. Other than that, it looks everything is in place. 2.2. So in the end, and then if you got like friends who are musicians and so on, so that's the best part, you know. If you wanna, you got buddies, you form a band, you start rocking, you know. And of course, if you want to start rocking, you might want to have distortion, overdrive, fuzz pedals, whatnot, you know. Then if one of you goes through trouble, I'm gonna say like learns how to make pedals. Yeah, you can, because then you can put that. I would, my suggestion would be like, you know, learn this. It's not hard, and then after that, you could really put that money that you save on pedals or whatnot uh, into something else. You then, you know, have the sound quality and you know of your band. Just, you know, get yourselves sounding better. And of course, nowadays you can have the multi effects units that have all the stuff, you know, amps, and those are great, you know. So if I would be playing in the band, I would invest in a on-ear monitoring system, even in the rehearsal space. You know, that would be my like. That's what I would do. Because then, if everyone can hear themselves when you're playing, and other players too as well, then yeah, you're in the end you're gonna sound much better because you can actually play together, you know, and all that stuff. Amplifier. Well, that's a bit more trickier, you know, if you, because that's the thing, that's actually not cost effective. Really, so that's like, I don't recommend that in the end, you know. The ones you can buy are so cheap, so. And then when you get to amplifiers, you're also, you know, that's the territory where you get into high voltage. Bzz, dead, you know. So yeah, I'm not gonna. That's my take on that subject. I haven't built an amp myself. I've done some maintenance and repairs, but that's it. That's it. That's what I've done with amps. Oh yeah, well this basically is an amp. So here it is. Runs from 9 volts. So yeah, there's stuff like that you can do. Actually. Alright, okay, so those components are now, everything's on the board. So let's take a look and showcase them. So the component count on this one is, and the board size is a bit bigger, for example, to this one, as we can see. Amplifier amplifies the signal. That's how I'm gonna say it. Makes you louder. This one goes to no, some go to 11. You know. Yeah, and the bottom looks like that. I think it looks pretty clean. I shouldn't have any any like bridges. And the funny thing is, but well, you know, the guitar amplifier. So I don't know. Some might not know, but to me it's funny that the how they got that distorted sound before they actually implied that into amplifiers. You know, when they started to come up this thing called rock and roll. Before that was jazz and so on. So you know, and then the kids wanted a new sound. And before they did that distorted sound with the amplifier circuit, uh, they stabbed their speaker cones. So, and that's kind of the sound. That's how they came up with like that's the sound we want. And yeah, then you had Marshall amps after and so on. It's basically it just distorts the waveform, you know. Yeah, exactly. Gotta be loud. Gotta be loud. All right, we got stranded and solid ones. I'm gonna use the stranded one. So first of all, gotta do the output, input, and ground into our wires. All right, and of course, the thing I always say: breathe in your leads when you're building. A rookie mistake. No, but I did that too when I started out. I didn't do it, and then I had problems with my builds because you get loose strands and they can cause unwanted connections between components and strips and so on. So, and pre-thinning means that you apply solder to the leads before you solder them onto the board or into the components. So that's how the strands don't like start to poke out. Really, really an essential thing to do when building like that. There we go. Because now we can see it's just so clean, but if you do it without doing the pre-tinning, the wires could be going like all directions, and then if they touch each other, their whole build might not work because of one little loose strand. So save yourself time, trouble, and do the pre-thinning. All right, all right. What time is it, by the way? Gotta check. 5. We got some time. We got some time. I got sauna today, so I'm trying to get. I'll try and get this done before that, so we can hear how this sounds like. Nobels ODR 1. Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know why I would, if I would buy one, like you said, if that was the price and the Mini is 77 and the, so I'd probably just get the Mini. It's the same pedal, but then you got a smaller footprint, it weighs less and so on. So, you know, I mean, that's all just plus to me. And they sound the same pretty much, so, you know. You get it cheaper, and then you get all the other things I just said. So that would be my choice if I would buy the pedal, the actual pedal. Nobels. Finally getting this done. I got some other builds too that I've been meaning to build for a long time now. I can hopefully get into, but the other thing is I'm actually running out of potentiometers. So I would need to stock up on those. I hopefully can. I need to send a message to the sponsor, Data Electronics, that I'm going to mention again. But yeah, I do need to. And right now, the build and stream is possible because of Data Electronics. 2017, the receipt, the first receipt I found buying from Data was from 2017. So yeah, I've been shopping there for quite a while. For a good reason. Again, just and I do want to revisit the UV printing thing. That would be nice to cover on my channel. Make a little instructional video about how to make your own really cool graphics. I'll get the pedal here actually. So here we go. So this is done with the UV print, and the graphic, the software used for the graphics, you can actually get it free nowadays. It's the Affinity stuff, and if you have a Canva account, you can use them for free. But yeah, this is the graphic. It could go on a different colored enclosure. I picked this sparkly gold one. I think it looked really cool. That's how it came out. So that's what's really possible with Data as well. So if you really want to build like professional looking pedals that have a custom graphics like this and so on, yeah, I mean that's how I would do it. And as you can see, have done it. So just saying, but that would be nice to cover on my YouTube channel as well. You know, just to show people how this can be done and what you need to do it. But it's been quite a few years since I got this done, so it takes me a little while to get back into the Affinity Designer, I think. What's the software's name that you do the design in? But once you learn it, it's and again, anyone can learn it. Really, it's not that hard, not at all. Oh, I could push that in a little bit more. It's just making time for it, and always, you know, it's good to remember that errors are prone to happen. So spectrum 25 kb. There we go. Yep. And then I have my color coding basically, so I'm gonna put these away. Like I said, I'm tidy, so it helps keep table easier to build, so you can find the stuff you need. That's the thing. Like that. There we go. Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, the UV printing. So, yeah, it's... oh, I need the blue one. There's a few other methods, and as I show, you can find those on my YouTube channel. Like how to... you can use PCP. I haven't done anything with the... You can get engraved stuff as well, and all kinds of... Just the plate you put on top of the enclosure. That's a way to do a great looking pedal as well, in my opinion. And that's, you know, much easier, I think. But a bit limited, you know. Of course, you can't really do colors and all that fun stuff. But you can still make it look great. There we go. That's for the... we're gonna put the spectrum pedals on the spectrum. Or it has a spectrum. But yeah, I'm gonna put that up first. So again, breathe in, leads to... There we go. All right. Then I'm gonna get these onto the pot, and the locks go from this side 1, 2, 3. So 1 is over here when you turn it around, like that. Good to remember. There we go. Another one. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Let's get this pot already in here. The only pot that goes to this side as seems. Oh yeah, I gotta put that on. 2, 3, 5. In between, right? And over there. Yeah, right. Okay. There we go. All right. Then what do we have next? Level 1, 2, 3. Level was 50k. We do have that. All right. So let's cut 3 more of these. And then we got the links in a few of the pots. All right. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Twist and then pretend. There we go. All right, and again, 1, 2, 3. From this side, 1, 2, 3. Good to remember. That's the those are the mistakes I did with that noise cricket I have over there. And I was like, oh damn, forgot that thing. So yeah, it was easy things to spot and then correct. The usual things that go wrong: wire in the wrong place, component in the wrong place. Good things to start after you made sure you had power on and your amp was on and your guitar was hooked into the pedal and so on. All right. So this was the level 1, 2, and 3. So, oh, that's tight. I got that. I have to loosen that up a bit, or oh, I think I do, just a little. You can hopefully now get it in there. There we go. That's good. All right. Then 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Too much 10. There we go. All right. Okay. And then we have the P50K, and for that, that's the base thing. 1 and 2 is linked. So 1 and 2. Geez. Almost made the same mistake. There we go. That's how I do it. And then I'll take these two. And another pair for the gain. No. There we go. That first. Oh. Damn. Ooh, my back is saying also it stops soon. There we go. All right. And then almost done. Almost done. We've been check how long have I been streaming actually. Gives an idea how long this took to make. How long has it been running? I have no idea. Well, doesn't really matter, but I would say under 2 hours probably or something. Good to remember that I'm also just shitty while I'm doing this. This was the game, was it? P50? No, it's not. It's the base thing. Right, so let's put the base thing in place. And I didn't have a C, so this is the only pot I needed to substitute for something else. Really. Nope, ooh, wrong side. That would have been a silly mistake. And then the last potentiometer, and everything should be in place. And then I'm gonna be anxious about if it's gonna work. If it's not, I'm gonna have to do some troubleshooting, and that's gonna be so damn boring that no, I'm not gonna do it while streaming. I'm just gonna do it another time. But I will do it. I promise you that. I will do it. This will work. I will get this working. Will work. Would be funny though if I wouldn't be able to do that, and next time I had a stream on I had to have the actual Nobels ODR on the desk. Like now it's working. I bought one. But no, I'm not gonna be buying one. What I've been thinking about buying though is one of those cheap Behringer synth modules. Just to see what all the fuss has been about. Alright, gain. 1. Gain change. There we go. Alright. After this, we should be ready for testing. Testing. Okay. There we go. So, time, the moment of truth is close. Here is the test box. Let's hook it up. In, out. There we go. Turn everything down in case something's horrible wrong. Sometimes they can make a really annoying sound, so we don't want to hear that. Alright, let me get my stuff. This up, then the battery, and power to the pedal, power to the pedal, pedal to metal, metal pedal. Oh, this is not the metal zone, this is Nobels ODR. Let's turn it off first. Alright, and then down with that. This is always a hassle. Juggle screens here, so at least we got some sort of sound already. Let me myself. Okay, so alright, so that's a Marshall KCM 800. I'm gonna show you what we have. Green. There we go. So that's what we have. I'm gonna turn the gain down though. Then we can hear the Nobels hopefully in action. Momento. Yeah, let's turn preamp down a little. Let's up the triple a little. Resonant. Oh yeah, and I need a longer cable for my headphone. That. Gotta make some adjustment here. Coming days. Alright, but no, the pedal isn't on, so we don't know yet if it's working or not. But my you say yes, or the JCM has some gain, like. So I'm just turning down the volume on the guitar, and we got that. There we go. So let's turn the amp on then. I mean the pedal, the ODR, the Nobels. Okay, so it sounds like there's might be something wrong. I mean, we have a huge deal of hiss, but nothing else. Yep. Alright, so we got an issue. Well, you can have the gain is the distorted thing, so. But then you can have sound without gain, so that's the difference. Alright, the Nobels though isn't working, so clearly I've made some sort of mistake. There's probably something really easy I've missed, so I gotta go through that. But like I said, I'm not gonna do that now. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna hook up this little thing. And this is the Noisy Cricket amp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disengage the amp, so JCM in amplitube, and I'm gonna use this as the amp instead. So let's hear how the Noisy Cricket sounds like. This should be working at least. At least it was. So I hope it will be now. No, not necessarily. No, not at all. Alright, so the amp is off now from amplitube, and that's then we sound like, well, we don't really sound like anything because we have no amplification. So what we're gonna do here though is we're gonna put this on and then start turning these knobs. There we go. Ooh. Gotta really check my setup. Make this much more easier and better. It's like absolute nightmare right now. So yeah, this is the amp we're hearing. Let's turn everything full and alright, so we got that. I'm gonna add a few effects to this on amplitude. We're gonna hear a little bit more, and I'm gonna turn this camera microphone off so we don't hear the acoustic click sounds. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of delay and reverb here. A bit too much, maybe. Of the delay. Gonna turn up the volume just a little bit. There, both of these. Yeah, you can check the. Oh yeah, it sounds pretty decent, I'd say. So, but I'm gonna take it off for now. So that was the noisy cricket. Just capable amp, I'd say. Very capable amp. Small 9-volt little amp right over there. So yeah, it has this little grid switch, and then you could choose the cap it has for, so more bass, less bass, and so on. But anyway, so the noisy cricket was a success, but what we need to figure out is why wasn't the Nobels working. So I'm gonna check what's going on, of course, under here. First though, I'm gonna check if I have everything where it should be. Because I don't think I made that many mistakes here, hopefully not. So just kinda, I need to get the layout up again and see where I've gone wrong. This one's gonna go into a bag. Noisy cricket. Yeah, I can, fun little amp. I can recommend this one. Sounds good. You can probably tweak it a little bit. You can mod it in some ways, I think, But what I am now really interested in finding out, not today though, is why wasn't Nobels working. We're gonna get there. So more streams incoming. I'm gonna take just a little moment. I'll be right back. Yeah, so that's something to really look into. I mean, this doesn't look bad at all. I don't see really anything that's touching. So it just might be a component in the wrong place, or a wire. These are the right way around. I'm pretty sure about that. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out and see where I've gone wrong with this. Oh, that wire actually, or there. Does it matter? Yeah. See about that. Yeah, just put it there because Alright. But like I said, that's for another time. So Nobels ODR1 is going to continue journey on my streams, or stream, hopefully just one more with that. Or maybe I will. Maybe it's so good that I will box it up, and then it will continue its journey into more of my content. But yeah, anyone who's watching, thank you very much. Again, if you want to know anything just leave a comment on the video. Check out my YouTube channel for more of this stuff. Lots more. I hope I'll see you again next time I'm streaming. Hopefully we can get this working and hear it out. Yeah, I just want to say good evening, morning, day, whatever, wherever you may be, and have a nice weekend. Dewil is off. Goodbye.